So hello everyone. Basically, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my experience with Chachava. It has been incredible, and a little bit about my journey that got me here in the first place. So my husband and I have been wanting to have a baby for quite a few years now. She is our third, but I couldn't carry another child, so we were looking at surrogacy really quickly, actually. So by last summer, we had decided that our only option is to do surrogacy. And I started researching online, and I actually came across the name from a Facebook group. So there's two main Facebook groups that talk about international surrogacy in countries that obviously the legislation and the government is protective of both the intended parents and surrogates. And so we had found the Ukraine and Georgia at the time, but the Ukraine was more popular as a destination, and it was known more amongst the international community. So we started in that group, and we did actually speak to quite a few of the clinics there. In the meantime, there were people talking about this amazing clinic in Georgia called Chachava. And someone opened a very small Facebook group based on Georgia. So anyway, I joined the group, found there's a few other clinics here too that have a really good track record, and Chachava was one of them. I did speak to all of them. I Skyped with all of the coordinators all over the place. It was exactly last summer. And when I spoke to Chachava, I just instantaneously felt comfortable. I loved the coordinator I was dealing with. I also really, really loved that it was a very old and established hospital with a very established IVF wing that was all-inclusive. So most other establishments have an agency that then work with an IVF unit and then a hospital. So it's kind of, it's a package, but all the different steps are outsourced, whereas in Chachava, everything's under one roof. So your coordinator, your IVF, and your maternity care, and ultimately the delivery is all happening under one umbrella. And that was very reassuring because there was a lot of communication between all the different groups, and it was very cohesive. So that was a massive, massive plus for us. So, and it was the only clinic actually that offered for us to speak directly to the fertility doctor that would be doing our treatment on Skype. We were living in Egypt at the time, and I never, all the other ones would offer, it felt a lot more commercial, whereas this felt a lot more personal, and it felt like they were really investing in the couples on a personal level. So I got to talk to Dr. Ketty when I was in Cairo. So that was my first encounter with her, which was amazing. And I just felt so comfortable straight off the bat that we both kind of decided. We'd done spreadsheets and Excel sheets and compared all the different ones. We'd done everything. I didn't want to leave the country for long because we have two children. So I wanted to start the IVF in Cairo, and she was very accommodating of my circumstances. And we started in Cairo, the injection. She gave me my protocol. I injected for 7 days. Then I flew out and I met the whole team. And honestly, I remember those first 2 days, how blown away we were, because we'd never been to Georgia. Like, even getting onto that flight to go was like a very surreal and crazy experience. Like, where are we going? What are we doing? But what was amazing is that we went, and the hospital is state of the art. And it's super luxurious. And the IVF wing, everything was beautifully done. Like, it was so impressive. I felt like I was in a 5-star hotel. I stayed there for 2 nights. We were fed, and it was just amazing. It was really impressive. And then what was amazing is, because we've both worked in a lab for 10 years each, we really wanted to see the equipment they were using in the embryology suite, and we did, and it was beautiful. Everything was pristine and systemized and state-of-the-art equipment, and it was extremely reassuring. It was really a wonderful process. And then we did the egg retrieval. I had the best egg retrieval ever. It was a fantastic experience. And it was wonderful to have females all around me, and like very supportive and very friendly.
And I could be there with you.
And he could be there with me when I was doing it. And they kept, every time, they kept us all in the loop throughout, how many eggs they harvested, how mature they were, how many were, they gave us options how we wanted the fertilization to happen, whether we wanted ICSI or we wanted a natural fertilization with the sperm. It was really like very respectful of the patients, which is really usually unusual when you have doctors like going around dictating things. And it really wasn't like that. It was very patient-tailored. And Dr. Ketty was very confident we're going to get a pregnancy out of that. And yes, 2 weeks later, we got a pregnancy out of that. This is the pregnancy that came out of that. The prenatal care was amazing. We were getting scans every 2 weeks. Everything was being sent to us straight away. We had an amazing doctor, Dr. Saloma, everything. It was the tests they were doing were very extensive and much more detailed than any tests I had in my own pregnancies before. Here, you can hold your child. So anyway, the 9 months somehow passed. You know, it was an amazing time. It was all happening and we felt we were there, which was amazing. And then, so we came for the due date. Well, she was gonna have a C-section, so that made things a lot more easier because we could just schedule our flights and all of that accordingly. And, you know, waiting for the baby coming out was like,
we were able to stay at the hospital, which was amazing.
While it was happening, and it was just the most exciting, crazy palpitations, emotion in the world. And just kind of, it was all done very quickly, and when they handed us the child, it was magic. Like there's no words possibly that could describe the feeling we had when we met our child in our hands, made, healthy, beautiful. And ours, it's indescribable. There's no words that can explain how that was like. It was magical. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it again. It's crazy.
I can't believe this baby's coming out now. I really can't believe I'm gonna see you. I really cannot believe I'm gonna see you. I can't lie in this bed.
Hello, congratulations! Your lovely baby girl. Here she is. Here she is.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. She's yours.
Thank you very
Yeah. 3,550 grams, 49 centimeters.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's lay on bed and we'll arrange skin-to-skin contact. Okay?
Oh my god, I can't believe it! Really? Thank you. Oh my god, she's beautiful. She's born with hair, of course.
From start to finish, we have both had a 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10 experience with Chachava. It's been, and I'm not just saying this, I really had genuinely the best possible, imaginable, smoothest experience with them. It's been amazing. Really, thank you.